yourself. And the devil is called the accuser of the brethren. He's there to accuse you day and night. And he will try and put that spirit in you so that you begin to accuse others. Beware of the spirit of accusing others, particularly in areas where you think you're okay. You will never speak against another person in an area where you yourself are defeated. Supposing you're defeated in some areas, you'll never criticize people who are doing that. But you think of the areas where you're not defeated. And those are the areas where you tend to criticize others. But the Lord says, before you do that, see if you have never sinned in any area without sin. Then open your mouth. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. I'll tell you something. It's much safer to keep your mouth shut. Much, much safer. You'll progress a lot in your Christian life if you stop making accusations against others, stop condemning others, and use your mouth to bless others, to say something that will encourage them, instead of always looking for some fault to find in somebody to tear them down. And very often, if you examine your heart, you'll find that it's because you got something against that person that you say that. Not that you hate him or her, but you don't like that person. And because you not very happy for some reason, maybe that person said something against you or your family or something like that, and you've never forgotten it. Oh, it's terrible. This memory can destroy your life. You've got to say, well, I'm going to forgive that person. I'm not even going to bother about what that person said. Okay. Treat them like a little child who did something stupid. We don't hold something against a child because they did something stupid. I'll tell you, your life will progress tremendously. Please listen. If you learn one quality, what's written at the back here? Be merciful to others, just as God has been merciful to you. I remember we had this in the old building as well. And when Brother Ian was asking me what verse should be put up there at the back, I said, do you know the biggest temptation that people pursuing holiness have? We preach holiness perhaps more than any other church in Bangalore or perhaps even in India. What is the biggest temptation for people who pursue holiness? I said, it is being unmerciful to others. Where do I learn that? From the Pharisees. I mean, the sinful people in Israel did not want to condemn that woman caught in adultery. It's the Pharisees. Those who pursue righteousness, like us, are the ones who are in greatest danger of being unmerciful and condemning others. And we are the ones who need to hear Jesus saying, he who is without sin, cast the first stone. Have you heard it? I've heard it clearly. It doesn't mean I don't correct people. I have children who grew up in my home. Of course I corrected them. I didn't say I'm correcting you because I'm perfect. No. It's because God gave me a responsibility as a father to correct them. But I never go around correcting other people's children because God has not given me that responsibility. But the other area is if I'm an elder in a church, I have to correct people, and that may include children as well sometimes, because I have responsibility over them as an elder. Then I have a responsibility to correct them. And as far as possible, to correct them privately, not to humiliate them publicly. I mean, even my own children, I would never humiliate them before guests and punish them publicly. No, that would be bad. So we must recognize before you pass an opinion on someone or try to correct someone, is that person under your authority? Do you have some responsibility for that person? Maybe you're a manager or a supervisor in a factory or an office. Then you have to correct people under you. Yes. You have to rebuke them, correct them, even fire them from the job if they are inefficient. That's okay. The question you need to ask yourself is, has God given you some authority over that person? You're a father or a mother, definitely over your children. But don't go judging other people's children. God has not given you any responsibility for them. If you want, pray for them. That's fine. But don't judge them and condemn them. So often we have opinions in our mind. We can't help that. We need to have opinions, otherwise we don't have discernment. We need to discern, is this person, for example, people come to join our church. As an elder, I need to have discernment. What type of person is this guy? What is he coming for? But I don't have to judge him. I don't have to condemn him. And you may have opinions of different people in the church, but you don't have to express them. The moment you express them, you're condemning someone as if you're a perfect person and you have no authority over that person. It's very, very important, dear brothers. And if you follow this, I'll tell you, you yourself will be free from condemnation and you'll get promoted from one standard to another standard in the Christian life. And if you find that some of you are not making progress in your own Christian life, ask yourself, is it because the spirit of condemnation is there in you, which is condemning you, and you're condemning others?